Hi PTAs. My name is Heather Starks. I'm the president of the Minnesota State PTA, coming to you today to talk to you about your calendars, your PTA calendars. Now, for many of you, you set your calendars in the spring. Several of you set your calendars in the fall, and then yet others set their calendars as the school year goes on. All of those are appropriate. I would challenge you, however, to have your meeting dates set for the school year, at least in the fall. But everything else, events and activities and such, can go as the year goes on if that works for your community. So now you've got your calendar, or at least you've got your ideas of what's going to be on your calendar. I'm going to challenge you to do something. I want you to take each of those activities on your calendar and categorize it into one of three places. Is it a fundraiser? Is it an event? Or is it a service? Okay, now let me define those. A fundraiser is the sole purpose of that activity is to make money. Okay, the next one, an event, the sole purpose is to bring the school community together, and whether or not you make money is irrelevant. And then the last one is a service, where you are going to be spending money. You don't make money on these cost money. And they're things that are not events. They don't qualify under the events category. They're more of a service. So let me give you some examples. So fundraisers, those are often easy to categorize. Those are your readathons, your walkathons, your product purchasing, anything that you do where you are solely making money. An event can be things like a movie night or a dance or a carnival or a literacy night or a math night or a bingo night. Your purpose of those events is you're bringing the school community together. You may make money, you may break even, you may lose money, doesn't matter, because you're bringing the school community together. And then services are things like, are you helping support the teachers by offering them funds to buy supplies for their classroom? Are you helping support a field trip fund for students that can't afford the field trips? Are you helping to support transportation for a field trip throughout the school year? Those are all services, okay? Why am I asking you to do this? Why am I asking you to categorize? Because as I talk to PTAs, I find that a lot of PTAs are having every activity on their calendar needs to make money. And they get really nervous when an activity is going to cost them money. But if the point of the event, so I'm going to use like a bingo night, for example. If the point of the event is for you to gather your families together for a fun evening, whether or not you make money should not be your sole purpose of that activity. And I find that sometimes if you see it in the lens of a fundraiser, it's handled very differently than if you see it in the lens of an event. So I'm challenging you to take a look, and here are your ratios. For every one fundraiser, I challenge you to have 2 to 3 events or services in exchange. Okay? Now, you don't need to change your calendars this year, and for many of you, you won't have to. It's just how you're approaching or looking at it, or maybe even where it is in your yearly budget, if it's considered income or an expense. But take a look at your PTA community and ask yourselves, are we putting too much emphasis on fundraising and not enough emphasis on our community and our services? Okay? The PTA mission, and this is the mission for all PTAs across the nation, is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. Are you doing that? Are you looking at things through that lens when you're planning your activities and making your determinations about what you're going to do as a PTA community? Okay, so it's a challenge, I know, but I challenge all PTAs across our state to take a look at your calendars and see if there's any tweaks or changes that you need to make this school year. Have a great year. Bye-bye.